Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the home of our New South Wales Junior Blues here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡 for a round 10 Platinum Pennant fixture between what will be the home side today in Mount Lewis up against Wenty League's Magpies. With some clement weather in and around the Sydney region over the last 48 hours, the teams have got together and brought it into the undercover surface here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡 to ensure we get this round 10 fixture completed here tonight. Just a reminder, if you haven't been with us for one of our games before, there's our format and the rules up on your screen. It's a sides format, traditional New South Wales pennant rules, each rink to play 21 ends, 7 points for winning the masterboard, 1 point for each rink, all dead ends to be replayed, and finals you see right at the bottom of the screen, top 5 teams, and that will be decided at the end of round 11 tomorrow, so we're right at the business end now. Here's the ladder leading into today's games. There's some other matches already underway. We'll keep you up to date with those other round 10 fixtures, but you see there Mount Lewis hanging on to a place in the finals there in 5th. And for Wenty League's pride on the line this weekend, rounds 10 and 11, try and get as far up the ladder as they can. Here's our home team, those top 4 players who will be featuring on our stream rink this evening. Paddy Smith, 𝗟𝗓𝗡, Ben Winther and Brett Spur. Plenty of other stars there. You see names like Scott Tholburn, Wayne Turley, Steve Glasson, OAM, what a player. Nathan Wise, Steve Glasson, OAM, what a player. Nathan Wise skipping another rink there. Plenty of stars on show for the Lions. And for the Magpies, here on our feature rink, Jeff Gallagher, Dave Hearns, Cameron Curtis and Barry Lester. And once again there, plenty of other superstars across their team. Selena Goddard, Matty Lucas skipping one of the other rinks, Trent Whittingham. Plenty of guns on show here tonight. Players are just concluding their second trial end. We'll get things underway. There's plenty of matches going on over the course of the next few hours, so we'll keep you up to date with all of the round 10 fixtures. Lovely undercover surface here at Cabra Bowls. Structure's been in place for quite a few years now. Fantastic facilities. See the huge car park in the background, the extension over to the entrance of the club. And first bowl for the match will be Wenty Leagues taking the match. Jeff Gallagher to open things up. So we'll start on the outside hand, the ditch side of the green, his backhand. If you're right into your bowls, you'll know that a lot of these carpet surfaces have their little idiosyncrasies that you'll pick up on. So you can see both players, the teams have been rolling up here for the best part of an hour. On the surface, both players choosing the outside hand, that ditch side. Green probably at about the 14.5 second mark. If anything, the direction that we're playing at the moment, ever so slightly down breeze. Although that is only a breeze, probably only 5 to 8 kilometres an hour is not too much there, as Paddy Smith finishing right on the centre line, just over half a metre in front. Second there for Wenty, David Hearns. David using Taylor GTRs. A really good weighted bowl there, gave it a chance to turn the jack, finishes just past. 𝗟𝗓𝗡 playing in the 2 position for Mount Lewis. 𝗟 recently moving up to join the Lions full time. Former Victorian state representative was 𝗟. Once again, we're here with our fantastic streaming partners, Spacequake Sports, bringing you this coverage this evening just after 5 p.m. here, local time in Sydney. So if you've seen any of our Platinum games so far, you'll know the coverage is going to be superb in terms of the production quality throughout the evening. You see your scoreboards there on screen. So the team will update those after every end. Down the bottom, at the top of those 3 rink scoreboards, the one we're featuring, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 and Barry Lester. So also Scotty Tholborn, Trent Whittingham doing battle. On the furthest rink from where we are, Nathan Wise and Matty Lucas. There's Cameron's first. Just getting a little touch on the jack, so it'll still be 1 to the Lions. That red coloured bowl of Paddy Smith. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗡 rolled up there earlier. Benny Winther on the mat. Yeah, super shot there from Benny. Going to his more traditional zebra coloured bowls there has Ben. Rolled up with a couple of different sets throughout the practice session. He's landed with his favourite set. Good effort here, Cameron Curtis. It makes things a lot nicer for his skip there, getting a couple of turns of that shot bowl. Still 1 to the Lions. Good weight there, Benny Winther. Just underneath the line, but works his way up. So they'll hold 2 on the crossover. Yeah, Benny Winther, change of weapons. Just before kicking off this evening, had a set of XGs out in the practice. Going back to his 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏𝗡. Barry Lester skipping for Wenty. Barry's forehand just needs to run this out. Just underneath line and weight here. Too far away. Chance now for Spur to capitalise. They'll try and just turn this jack away, out of view. Both players just underweight with their first, so it will be Lester getting to play the same shot again. Trying to improve on his first. Opportunity to trail the jack here. He gets underneath that Spur bowl. Oh, what a super effort. Gave it a chance. This one from Spur, unless it wiggles through. Not going to do any further addition to the count, so it'll be Mount Lewis kicking off with the 2 shots. There's 2 zebra coloured bowls on Ben Winther in the count. As you can expect, after just 1 end played, all rinks pretty well finishing up at the same time. And we'll get those rink boards updated shortly once the players move out of the way and we can see what happened across the green. Straight away, Mount Lewis going to almost maximum length here. This direction, very slight breeze, but always feels a bit uphill going this way. Pretty good speed there. Both players hoping to a bit of a correction here. Bowl number 2. Pretty good effort here from 𝗣𝗟𝗩𝗘. That will be the shot. Plenty of left-handers in action on this rink tonight. See 𝗣𝗟𝗩𝗘, one of those. Also our 2 skips. 𝗣𝗘𝗡𝗙, Barry Lester, all lefties in action. Going to be enough for shot. That bowl of 𝗣𝗩 finishing right on the tee. David Hearns just passed with that. Does this go all the way? This one of 𝗣𝗟𝗩𝗘's. Well, that'd be enough to count. Very long length chosen there. You see the mat almost back at the tee. Jack the same at this end as well. Dave Hearns trying to get to this shot bowl. Just gets the outside half of it. We've done enough for second though, so it will be 1 to the Lions. See now those other rink boards have been updated. It was Mount Lewis winning the opening end on all 3 rinks. Lewis, both in action yesterday. They were semi-finalists at our state champion and champion pairs just down the road at Cabra Vale. And a cracking bowl there from Cameron. Much the same here though for Ben. He was pretty close to where that bowl is with his first. Right up to that, touched the jack. And close to the jack here. Oh, Nelly gets the bowl there clean, but has made things a little bit more accessible for his skip. So still the 1 for Wenty Leagues. They own this white bowl coming in. Cameron asked to play same end. Look at those replays. A couple of our players just jumping in right at the end. That's some of the coverage that you'll see. One shot to Wenty, crossover here, and number 2. Give you 1 match final score from round number 10, already completed this afternoon. It was the ladder now leading Raymond Terrace Jets 79-38, winners over Belrose. Oh, 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘, jack into the ditch. Has finished about 1.5 metres or so away. Looks like it's still 1 when he leagues. Orange bowler David Hearns right at the back of the rink. Yep, you see it there. I mentioned Raymond Terrace getting a win over Belrose, 10 points to 0. They've now jumped up to the top of our platinum ladder. Sneaking in front of all those teams. 𝗟𝗓𝗡, they do have a game in hand. 𝗟𝗓𝗡 actually playing at the same venue here this evening. Also a 5 o'clock start. They're up on the grass surface playing the 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗡𝗏 Cougars, who are in 6th place at the moment. So a big match for both those sides. 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗏 trying to get over the top of Mount Lewis and get into the top 5. And 𝗟𝗓𝗡 with a chance to go back on top of the ladder. 𝗟𝗡𝗡, does he add to the count here? Runs right up. Not sure that's going to be enough. Looks like probably 1 when he leagues. Barry Lester, last bowl. Just over 1 metre to count. Just wants to stay away from 𝗟𝗡𝗃's last. Just needs to pull up now. He's around the front. Oh, just goes over the edge. So players are going to measure for shot here. In that first look, it may be 1 Mount Lewis there with the spur bowl. That white one just going to reset and go again. Looks like they're happy with that measure on the orange. Over to this white one, and it will be 1 shot to Mount Lewis. Well, players a bit tricked there. Indication was that they thought it was a Wenty shot, so further 1 shot to the Lions. There is some good news for the Magpies next door. Track Whittingham's got the team on the board. That's now 2 shots to 1 after 2 ends played. So other matches in play in round number 10. We mentioned here on another green, we have 𝗟𝗓𝗡 hosting 𝗥𝗢𝗡𝗏. Big game there. Tarrant Point are up against East Maitland. Once again, due to some unfortunate weather, that game's been moved down to the indoor surface at 𝗟𝗏𝗡. So those teams doing battle down in the Illawarra region this evening. Started at 5 p.m. also. Bit of an earlier start over at Club Guildford, which is part of the Marylands group, as Marylands take on 𝗟𝗏𝗡. And our other match still in action. Carlingford hosting St John's Park. That match is nearing completion. But you know, at the moment, St John's Park 9 shots in front with just 2 ends to go. They are both on the rink of Ryan Burnett playing David Ferguson. St John's Park have already secured the rink points on the other greens. Sean Baker scored on the last end to defeat Darren Burnett. And Ben Twist led just about all the way with a win over 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗠. It was 20 shots to 14. Get you that final score just a few moments, but St John's 9 shots in front on the masterboard with 2 ends to go. Actually, Thor was getting a bit of assistance from his opponent, rolling you up a bit closer to the jack. St John's Park hold on there. They'll leapfrog the Gorillas. They'll go from 4th to 3rd on the ladder. Latest score from Guildford was Warilla leading Maryland's 27 shots to 23 with 28 ends completed there. Good weight again here from Dave. Just goes underneath the line and goes through, so just finding gaps there at the moment. Dead end here, and number 2, the Wise Lucas match. So that score is still correct on screen. 1-0, 1 end played. Just over half a metre of room here, Cameron Curtis. If you haven't come across Cameron previously, one of the all-time greats in Australian lawn bowls. He's the current bowls coordinator over at Wenty Leagues. Very decorated international career for Australia. Won Commonwealth Games gold back in 1994. Same year he won the World Indoor Pairs. And after seeing him play a few matches this season in the Platinum competition, he's still going pretty well. Just all on weight here. You can miss these front bowls. Well, it may not be shot, but pretty good second in there. So it looks like 1 to the Lions. That bowl of Thor Shannon, that dark blue, just to the left-hand side of the centre. Redspur just going to hold out there. Just joining us, that hand they're playing. Just got a slight breeze behind them. Been fortunate enough to play on this green quite a few times over the past 7 or 8 years. Always very, very sensitive to weather conditions. Barry Lester, so close to getting past that bowl. It's not going to make things easy though here for Spur. Opposition bowl on either side now. So Wenty down at the moment. They do have plenty of bowls in and around here. We've got 3 seconds as it sits at the moment, so Spur just trying to add to the count. If he gets clear running here, maybe enough. Well, it probably hasn't counted, but he's made it very, very tricky for Barry Lester to take that shot bowl out. You can see Wenty bowl down bottom right-hand side of screen. Barry might play on the other side of the green now. It's his own bowl coming up. It's either that or he goes directly for the jack in the ditch. Looks like he's lining up backhand. It's the same direction he played his opening bowl, and it is firm for the jack. What connection does he get? Well, it just goes past. A little tip on the front, so it's like one further shot to Mount Lewis. Players just adapting to the rink here. Early days here on our masterboard. Trent Whittingham with another shot next door. So see that board updated. Seven ends completed. Mount Lewis 7, leading Wenty Leagues 2. Well, it will be St John's Park recording a win over at Carlingford. That win is now confirmed. They lead by 11 shots with just one end to go. So the only rink still in operation over there. Ryan Burnett 16, David Ferguson 20. So St John's Park with a minimum of 9 points to come from that fixture. And in all likelihood, it will be 10, the way things are shaping up at the moment. Pretty handy bowls there. Paddy Smith, first up. And Jeff Gallagher replies. Been a steady lead, Jeff, at Wenty Leagues for quite a number of years now. Featured at our state championships just a few weeks ago. Part of a very solid over 60s side that the club had in at the state champs. So, no surprise to see a pretty good lead battle up front here. Paddy and Jeff been playing well all year. And a super one there from 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗏. David Hearns here on the mat, of course, coming down from clubs in the mountains over the previous few years. Probably had 2 or 3 seasons now down at Wenty. He was a very consistent performer for Zone 5 there in the Blue Mountains area. Winning plenty of club zone titles, featuring quite a number of tournaments up in that part of the state. Bowler Thor's just slightly quicker, gets in behind. Pretty good effort here. David Hearns turns it down, makes a couple. Perfect angles working in his favour there. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on a Saturday night, wherever you are. Throughout most parts of New South Wales, we're seeing plenty of rain. Hope you're tucked up at home and get to watch some great action here throughout the rest of the evening. 21 ends on each rink, so plenty of time still to go. Tip on the shot bowl across to the jack. Close there now, the red bowl belonging to Mount Lewis, the other bowl's to Wenty. We'll get Cameron on his forehand. He's trying to draw down to this red bowl. Just got a little bit more run to go. Pretty close. Got it surrounded here. Both skips not quite sure who shot. Well, no doubt about shot now. Really good weight there, Benny Winther. So the idea, he may have picked it up on our microphones there, just trying to turn his own or just outside. Played the speed for it, just missed the line. So 1 to Wenty. Our skips go back to the mat. So Brett just trying to turn back to his own black and white bowl there. Really good weight for it. What's Barry going to get here? He's just got the wrong part of the jack. Kicks it over to the Mount Lewis bowl. A couple of bowls past. Just wanted to be to the outside of the jack, to the red bowl. So winning leagues do have a few surrounding the shot bowl. However, it's going to be awfully hard to get it out without the jack. Spur just trying to draw. Another close bowl, ideally just around the red shot. Just going to pull up. So Barry, wonder if there's an angle down on his forehand through the Winther bowl. Coming up to have a look at this. All of that are just very delicate touch on the left-hand side of screen. Bump that shot bowl. Trying to bring Jeff Gallagher's white bowls into play. Barry down on his backhand here. Trying to just get a little bit of movement on this shot bowl. Just under. So 1 to Mount Lewis. They extend their lead here on our feature rink. 5 shots to nil after 4 ends. That match now finished over at Carlingford. It was St John's Park with a 10-0 victory, 62 shots to 52. No surprise. Rather long jack length. Jack probably a couple of metres less than we have seen. Paddy Smith, a good consistent lead here in the competition so far. This Mount Lewis rink has performed extremely well. This rink's 7 wins out of their 9 matches played. This team, so really pulling their weight for the Lions. Paddy, of course, the club pairs winner last season. Won that club title with Nathan Wise. There's Jeff. This sneaks in past the Jacks. So 4 pretty good lead bowls there. Both skips happy with those. A bit of applause for our players. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡𝗃 played really well up to this point, and once again, Paddy Smith's bowled a full roll. First came across 𝗣𝗏 a couple of years ago. He'd not long made his debut for Victoria and played exceptionally well in a series against New South Wales down on a carpet surface at Moama. We mentioned earlier, 𝗣𝗏 has just moved up to take a full-time club position at Mount Lewis. Playing for the Lions full-time, he'll be a big asset to this club. Just overweight with that one. If you are just joining us, just a reminder, this doesn't look like Mount Lewis to you. It is correct. We have moved across this fixture this afternoon. Less than ideal forecast in Sydney weather-wise today, so both teams agreed to get this game completed. They would come across to 𝗥𝗏𝗡, play underneath the dome. Guaranteed the match would be played. I mentioned earlier, Wenty down in 10th place on the ladder. They're playing for pride over the course of this weekend. I'm speaking to a few of their members earlier on this afternoon. They're really keen to finish off the season well. For Mount Lewis, who are currently in 5th, a really important game to play and for them to try and win. Pending the results of the other round 10 matchups taking place this evening, Mount Lewis could potentially lock up her finals berth. Benny Winther gets in the count, so just on the draw for Cameron. We mentioned there is another game going on here at 𝗥𝗏𝗡. That's up on the top grass green here at the venue. And the local Bull Ants, 13-11 in front of Engadine Cougars. Early stages there in that match, 13 shots to 11. 𝗥𝗏𝗡 over Engadine. As Winther just tries to replicate his first. His own bowl there coming up, belongs to 𝗣𝗟𝗓𝗡. With that shorter bowl there from Curtis. So 3 or 4 here at the moment for the Lions. Cameron asked to open this up. Trying to make contact with the Winther bowl. Doesn't want the orange, wants to get past. Well, he has opened things up, I guess, for Leicester. A couple of games been moved here in round number 10. Just with the weather, events around the state. Marylands, they're taking on 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘. That's over at Guildford. Tarrant Point playing East Maitland. That's been transferred down to 𝗟𝗡𝗑. So great to see those clubs getting together and ensuring games go ahead. Spur just got a nice pack of bowls to draw up to. He just doesn't want to get to the other side of the jack. Well, that's almost perfect. Just covered off direct access to the jack. You see that bowl there. Brett Spur just turning 𝗣𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗏's across. Just covered off the middle part of the jack there. I was just talking about what weight to play here. Is it just on the draw, try and draw off to the red bowl? Or is it nice and firm? Try and split this head wide open. Looks like Barry's got the weight he wants to play in mind. Just turns around just to visualise that shot. So it is Leicester on the forehand. He's just overweight. Trying to play the perfect shot here from the blue to the red and down. If he misses the front, he's played this. What a great shot, Barry Leicester. 4 or 5 down. Played the harder weight. Look at that. Gets direct access straight to the shot bowl and stays in there. 4 down to 1 up. Spur will be after the same kind of shot as Leicester, just trying to get to that bowl. Really good weight for it. You see similar weight to what Barry played, just outside the line. So just a perfect draw shot available now here for Leicester. So they look to get started here. Plus the opening 4 ends. We're in a great spot here on end number 5 either. Barry's got his team out of trouble. Barry just outside and overweight with that one, but quite satisfied with that. His team on the board, 1 to the Magpies. 5-1 now on this rink. 5 ends played. It's been a huge start for the Point over the Griffins. Tarrant Point lead 21 shots to 2 over East Maitland, and that's only after 11 ends. 21-2 after 11. Over at Guildford, 𝗟𝗡𝗓𝗏𝗡s just getting a bit of a gap on the Magic from Marylands. 𝗟𝗡𝗓𝗏 now 40 shots to 27 after 36 ends. Big thanks to those that are submitting scores and from the venues, letting me know what's happening. Keep you all up to date. If you wish to follow on end by end, of course, go on to Bowls Link and see every rink scoreboard. As soon as the seconds have inputted the scores, that will be updated. You can catch every rink, every end, throughout every match, all season long. Go back after those matches are finished and track the scores, see who's been doing well. Also, of course, has the player ladder, which is fantastic to see. See how every player has tracked throughout the course of the season. At the moment on the player ladder, after 10 rounds played, it's currently St John's Park Saints, 4 players on top of the ladder. Phil Clark, Cameron Cooper, Ben Twiss, Matt Peterson, all with 8 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss out of 10 games. Some fantastic performances, of course, from Raymond Terrace as they currently sit atop the table. Rink of Josh Bell, Brendan Stokes, Lennon Scott, Matty Bouse, 8 wins, 2 losses with a big margin. Also 8 wins and 2 losses. Lee Schreiner's rink here as well. See another cracker from Thor. Been one of the most influential players so far in this match as Thor Shannon. Head setting up really well every time. There's a bit of contact there made, Dave Hearns. So it'll be Thor back on the draw here. Just looking to get past the front. Oh, just catches and drops out. Probably shot still to the Magpies, that back bowl. See there on the masterboard, Mount Lewis creeping away on all 3 rinks. Mount Lewis, of course, moving their home game, wanting to guarantee that this match was completed. Every point vital for them at this stage of the season. A very light grip on 5th place at the moment. Teams like the Cougars, the Griffins, also the Magic, trying to dislodge them from 5th spot. Benny Winther comes to the party. Finishes just a bowl short of Jack Eye. Cameron trying to sit to this bowl. Well, catches their own at the back. So probably brought in a second one now for the Lions, and 2 was the indication there from Brett Spur. The option now for Winter to turn over, come to his forehand side. Thor Shannon, that dark blue bowl coming in, belonging to the Lions. Couple of rolls on that, or just past. Will be enough. Just needs to pull up for him now, and he's played it very, very well. 2 super shots from Benny Winther. I guess he skipped Brett Spur, very happy that he's changed bowls. Going back to those very unique coloured Optimas that Benny Winther likes to use. Got away from the XGs in the practice. for Leicester. Chance to play some weight up here. Barry with the widest bowl on the rink. He's got the Aero Revolutions. But even with those, not going to come back that far. It's a big conversion from Leicester this time around last end. We need to do it again with his final bowl. 3 down here. Spur looking to add another. Might be just overweight. What kind of connection does he get at the front? Well, gets his other one closer. Still only 3. Might be a bit more weight here from Leicester. Calls about getting their own front bowl through the jack. It's about a ½ metre gap. Just try and find that slightly tighter line. What just doesn't come back there with weight. Just can kick out there a little. 3 to the Lions, 1 bowl to go. Spur with an option to draw another here. Even if he gets to his own and lays it down, it may be enough. Well, just catches the wrong bowl. 3 to the Lions. A couple of super shots there from Benny Winther. Turning the screws here. They jump out to a big lead with that score of 3. I think the players haven't quite updated that scoreboard yet. Will be 8-1 once the players update that board for us. Good one there from Paddy Smith. Just getting the better in all positions here at the moment, the Lions. Wenty League's just not quite playing the perfect bowls, setting things up. That one fantastic save from Leicester. A little touch there from Paddy Smith. Perfect correction on his last. You see this one coming in. There's red and black. Greenmaster Powers. Essendon Bombers colours, of course. They're due for a finals win, the Bombers. We talk about our Platinum finals coming up in a few weeks' time. We will be at Warilla Bowls and Recreation Club for those finals. That's May 17 to 19. So 2 weeks' time, we'll get to the conclusion of what's been a fantastic opening season of the Platinum competition. Top 5 teams, of course, to qualify. We'll get you an updated round 10 ladder at the conclusion of this match. As great shot there, David Hearns turns the jack to his teammate's bowl. Just getting that scoreboard updated. It is 8-1 here on our feature ink. So it was a score of 3 last time round for the Lions. Cracking opener from Dave. Just underweighted with this one. Looks like a couple to the Magpies. The jack just in front of that white bowl there. Not going to be easy to access. Even on the forehand, if they spill the jack out, it's going to go directly across to that orange bowl, which is against them. So the guys just looking at options here to these red bowls of their own on the back end. You see the movement there. Great hand signals. Thanks, guys, for showing us where you're going to go there. So will be Ben arriving here on his backhand, just looking to work some good angles through these red bowls. What angle does he find? Well, that's a pretty good result. Just turns it past Jack High and clears up access to the jack. Winter trying to play exactly the same shot. Well, he's in the zone based on his last. What contact does he get? Well, finds the gap. Terrific effort. So 2 to the Magpies. Call from Barry Lester. Try and beat you first. You beat it by a full bowl. You'll add another. Even get a touch on his own may be enough. It's just going to be around. Finishing a good side of the line. Well, the angle's not great here for the Lions at the moment. As 𝗟𝗡𝗡 goes back to the mat. We'll let you know as well on our other green here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡. We're 16 apiece after 20 ends played. The Bull Ants and the Cougars. So Engadine trying to keep their finals hopes alive. And 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 looking to get back on top of the table. If you missed those earlier results, it is now the Raymond Terrace Jets, who've had a win earlier this afternoon, that sit back atop the table. Now 𝗟𝗡𝗡 catches the front. I think it's big weight coming from 𝗟𝗡𝗡, just the way things have set up there now. Bowls coming in on either hand. So Leicester, chance to turn their own in. You won't be disappointed if he doesn't add to this target as it currently sits. They hold a couple. See what weight he decides to play. Doesn't want to get just under the shot bowl and collect a couple of their own. They're already 2 down at the moment. So there's not too much worse. I think they're just going to try and smash the jack here. Very good runner on him, just 𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗡. There it is, nice and quick. Forehand, kills the jack. Well, the players jump out of the way. See a super drive there. We said after his first, that was probably going to be what was required. And look at that, what a fantastic hit. Great camera work to boot as well. Thankfully that ditch was there, or that was going down to the car park. So as you can see, dead ends replayed here. Bowls New South Wales Pennant competition. Some events like the respot rule. We've stayed on with the traditional format that we've had for many years in our grade 1 to 7 competition. Platinum just been an extension of that grade 1 to 7 competition. Worth noting at this time of year, of course, grades 1 to 7 in many parts of New South Wales, getting right down to the business end of things. So if you're watching on the comments, let us know how your grades have been going throughout the season back at your club. Love hearing those results from clubs big and small across the state, and how you're going as you either approach or you're playing finals at the moment. I drove up from the Illawarra region earlier on this afternoon, where unfortunately a lot of finals matches had to be abandoned for today. A huge downpour of rain from 12 until 1:30 p.m. had the greens underwater, so a lot of those fixtures postponed to next week. Let us know in the comments where you're watching from, what club you're at, and how your team is going in Pennant. See Jeff Gallagher right in front of the jack there, only a matter of centimetres away. 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗨𝗠 adds another to the count. 𝗟𝗜𝗡𝗨𝗠's about a metre short with his first. I think he's just gone alongside it. There's still 2 to Wenty. They need something to change shortly here to the Magpies. And 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗨𝗠 clears the front. And he's played it well, especially if he works off his own, and he has done, right alongside the jack. See that, just that little touch off his own brings him almost right back to the centre line, millimetres from the jack. So he skipped Barry Lester, urging it across. So an interested spectator here in the background, the 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗠 Bowls and Greens Director, Benny Moorthorpe. Played Grade 1 Pennant earlier this afternoon. They've secured their place at the Grade 1 finals. Benny Winther, one down at the moment as Bowls still dropped down. What a fantastic draw shot. That laid down after touching and made contact with the orange bowl. Oh, the huge fist pump from Winther. He's quite happy with that one. One of the beauties of the extended coverage, of course, you get those player reactions as well. Don't just get to see the bowl coming down. get those extended player reactions. I'm just going to catch the front one though. Winter with his next. So one shot to the Magpies. They're looking for a bit of position at the moment, trying to cover things off. As Benny Winter makes his way past the commentary booth. A little bit upset with his second, but a cracking first one. All of Cameron's probably means that the Magpies have 4 of the first 5. With that zebra-coloured bowl of Winters straight behind the jack. Very tricky to dislodge at the moment. So we mentioned some games have been moved. Tarrant Point taking their home match down to Warilla as they take on East Maitland. Tarrant Point kicking ahead at the moment. They lead 29 shots to 9 after 19 ends. Brett Spur just going to find a gap all the way through. Big shout out, of course, to Tarrant Point's Ray Pearce. Just this time last week, crowned World Bowls mixed pairs gold medalist, winning that title with Victoria's Samantha Atkinson. Huge result, so big shout out to Ray and to Sam on your win over in Guernsey last week. Brett Spur, does he make it all the way? Well, not quite, but it's another close bowl in the head, which is needed. Sure, there's a lot. Call there from Curtis. So that bowl of Brett Spur has angled things up to potentially take the 2 Mount Lewis bowls out here. Just wants to get Brett Spur's last one right in the middle. Well, it catches underneath. What happens from there? Peels away. I just wanted a little bit more weight there, Lester, with that one. Those good bowls from David Hearns, holding on. And the Magpies get another shot. They double their score on this rink, 8 shots to 2. After 7 ends. A couple of comments coming in on those local Pennant results. Great to see. West Dubbo qualified for the Grade 2 state playoffs. So they'll be heading across to Tamworth for those finals. Jeff Gallagher, great opener. Over in Zone 5, Austral, they'll take on Picton, the Grade 4 finals. So big match coming up there, Austral and Picton. Grade 4, the winner go to the Grade 4 state finals. They will be held between Wiseman Park, Wollongong City and Fig Tree Sports. So best of luck to both those clubs there. Sure, that final's not far away between Austral and Picton in the Grade 4 competition. Paddy Smith just hoping his bowl holds on a fraction longer. 2 beautifully weighted bowls, just finishes underneath centre line. Big fight back going on down at Guildford. Maryland's Magic trailed by as many as 15 shots. See those bowls flop down on the jack. These Warilla now just 4 shots ahead, 45-41. Warilla leading Maryland's. It's after 45 ends, so getting right down to the business end of that fixture. There's Dave Hearns, right up to the jack again. Slightly unfortunate to leave it jack eye. One of Thor's gets the second shot away. And see Mount Lewis with plenty around it. So Curtis just trying to get another one in or get a little touch of the jack himself. Just goes past, so Mount Lewis still a chance to sit this shot bowl. Kerry Jarvis saying that Mollymook are off to Baddo Bay for Division 4 Pennant finals in a few weeks' time. So congratulations to Mollymook Beach. They'll trek north to Baddo Bay for those state finals. So Winther, does he hold on to the shot bowl here? He stays on the rink though, protect a bit of the trail, and he has done. So Curtis just outside the line first up. Does he bend all the way back now and run right up to the tee at least? Now Cam Curtis does enough to count. That's 2. I mentioned Winther's bowl staying right on the ditch. He's going to try and bring it into play here. Nice and firm. Well, kicks the jack forward. There'll be a few shots there to Wenty, but plenty of room. Pretty sure the bowls that are counting at the moment won't at the conclusion of this end. A 2-bowl singles competition in essence here for our skips. Barry Lester, first crack, covers up the jack only centimetres away. So important for Brett Spur with this one. Whether he gets second or third, cut a few of those other ones out, and he's done that. Obviously tempting to sit that bowl out and stay, but at this level, you have to expect that Spur will get another one in there. And second one there for Leicester. 2 really good weighted bowls on the draw. So Spur, pretty good weight with his first. across to his backhand. And he's just been holding off a little bit. So at least 2 to Wenty leagues. I was just going to check out that third one. Going to be a measure across the rinks. Nathan Wise has just picked up a further shot on his rink. So Nathan Wise now 8-2 in front. And it is just the 2. 20 here on our show rink. Scotty Tholburn 10-5 now in front of Trent Whittingham. So you can have a look at the jack here. The mat a fair way up. Jack probably 2.5 metres from the tee. And been able to step off at either end there, and it seems as though both players have, or both sides have come to the agreement that the jack's long enough. Past the 21 metre mark. Another fantastic club there, qualified grade 5, Lemon Tree Passage. So congratulations to that side. They finished top of the table. They'll qualify for state playoffs. Of course, our grade 5, that's back here, shared between Cabramatta and St John's Park this season. So big congratulations to the team from Lemon Tree Passage. Both players just coming through. Quite a short end in play here. Not a bowls result. Warren Towney mentioning the Canberra Raiders with a win last night. Surely everyone's favourite team, the Raiders, as they came back from 20-0 down to get the win last night, which made yours truly quite a happy gentleman driving home from our Champion of Champions coverage last night. I was quite happy to see that result. For Shannon, the first of our players to adapt to this shorter jack. Just over a bowl's width away from the jack. Thor looking to double up here. Get another one nice and close. Played a great opener. A little touch off his own. Well, just finds the gap. Pretty close for shot. Things now 47 apiece between Merrylands and Warilla. So that game's going to go right down to the wire. Benny Winther, great shot just as that jack rolling on this carpet. Gets it across to the Wenty bowl. They do have second and third though now, the Lions. Important that Cameron gets in here first. Has an opportunity to trail the jack himself. Jeff Gallagher's white bowls. Past Jack High. Great shot, Cameron Curtis. There it is. Those white bowls come into play. 3 shots to the Magpies at the moment. Great trail shot there from Cameron. That replay just showing you how far this jack moves on the carpet surface here at Cabra. Doesn't quite make it all the way, so still a couple there to the Magpies. Tarrant Point still maintaining a big lead down there at Warilla as well. Still over 20 in front of the Griffins. 22 ends played down there. Big score at the moment, 19-1. Ray Pearce is rink leading Michael Abel. Just doesn't move there for Barry. Get enough weight to count. Both teams here left to negotiate the pack after that trial of the jack from Cameron Curtis. So for Spur, wants to clear these bowls or get Ben Winters right up, and he has done. That's going to be enough for shot. Chance here for Barry Lester. It's a very, very small gap to the jack. However, he can still see the edge of the shot bowl. Going to catch things at the front. 1-2 and run, but not quite enough. Spur making shot with his first. Walks back with a chance to get another. Similar line. Well, it just pulls across late. Maybe just underweight from his first. Made the difference with his first though, so further shot for the Lions. $26.11 currently, our master board. Couple of shots to go on though for Wenty. 10-6 our middle rink. Whittingham gets one back, and Matty Lucas with a couple on the far rink against Nathan Wise. So that's back to 8-4. See those boards being updated. If you're enjoying the coverage, wherever you may be, Plenty of people watching within New South Wales, within Australia and around the world. I see my colleagues jumped online. 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 in some part of Greece currently. A bit of a family trip away, so great to see that Ben's jumped on for a look. We'll have Ben back with us in a couple of weeks. Plenty of streaming coming up for Bowls New South Wales. Cracking opener there, Jeff Gallagher. If you're a fan of watching bowls on your device or your TV, we have a huge few weeks coming up for you. We have round 11, the 11th and final round of the Platinum season, taking place tomorrow morning. We'll bring you the fixture between St John's Park and East Maitland from 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We're then on the road up to Club Foster and many other clubs in that region for the Ladies State Carnival. We have a fantastic 232 teams of women's fours in action at the Foster region. 928 players. It's going to be a bumper few days. We'll bring you the action from the round of 32 onwards, which will be Thursday and Friday next week. 𝗟𝗓𝗏, back resting toucher, if you don't mind. What a shot. Well, this is just as good as it gets. Absolute perfection on the draw. A little touch on the jack and sits right on it. David Hearns, does he get to the jack himself? Wow, what an effort. They've got it surrounded. It's going to lock in that jack though if it does move out. So it's Mount Lewis with shot, but when he leagues with the option, an opportunity to make some more. After that state carnival wraps up in the Foster region next week. We are back at Cabervale Diggers and many surrounding clubs in the region for men's and women's champion of club champion singles. That'll be 4 days of action, May 13 through 16. And then we're on the road back to Warilla. We mentioned earlier Platinum Pennant finals, May 17 to 19. We'll have a couple of days off and then we're into men's and women's Division 1 Pennant finals. They'll be brought to you at the fantastic facility at Club 𝗟𝗏𝗏. You see Dave trying to sit the blue shot bowl. Good wait for the shot just outside the line. The roadshow goes on after those men's and women's pennant finals. We're back in Sydney at NBC Sports and Dundas Sports. Our senior and open interzone competitions. So they feature the best 12 players from each of our 16 zones across the state. Start with 3 days of seniors action and then follow through to 3 days of the open competition. We'll have a short break while a lot of our members make their way up to the Gold Coast for the Australian Open. Be covered by the team at Bowls Australia, no doubt. And then we're back for our Open Pennant finals. We'll cover Grade 1 from Edelong. Fantastic facility at Edelong, 4 greens. The club, beautiful spot on the central coast of New South Wales there at Edelong. Host of our state championships for many, many seasons. Cameron, does he get back to the bowl? Well, he might get the wrong one. Does that tip onto the jack? Well, it falls over his mate's shot. Didn't get it perfectly. Now the angles have changed altogether. We said it was in benefit of Wenty leagues before. You see now Mount Lewis with a collection of bowls to the other side of the screen where it looks like the Jack may go now. Ben gave it a chance to spit the Jack out. Wasn't quite to be on this occasion. A few people watching on from South Africa. Good morning to you. Saturday morning over there. We hope you're enjoying coverage of our premier club-based competition here in New South Wales. Looks like they're just about to get underway with their national championships in South Africa. So best of luck to any of our viewers that are over there that will be competing. South African nationals. Decent crowd here tonight. Feel the supporters bouncing between this game and the game that's going on up on the grass screen, just 50 metres or so away from us. Bowler Leicester's, look at that turn coming back in. Well, finishes on the right side of the line for them. Brett Spur, where does this Jack end up? Well, it might fall back. Well, it stayed up. Well, declare the head as soon as you can if you're a Wenty fan. And on that wide boulder fall, you're going to go down a shot or two. Look at this. Lifts up that white bowl. Well, it started to fall back onto the Jack. Well, shot won't be played by Barry Leicester. Their team in the last bowl, of course. Third's not required to declare the head for up to 30 seconds. They can give that bowl the opportunity to fall. So Barry decided not to play his bowl. The Mount Lewis guys have given up hope now. So it will be 1 to Wenty leagues. That bowl just needed a drop. Would have made all the difference. So the other match we mentioned here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 tonight has the home team up against Engadine. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 now 28 shots. Engadine 23, just at the halfway mark there, 32 ends played. So it's a big match there for especially Engadine as they try and push into the finals and keep up with Mount Lewis. So it's Maryland's now taking the lead. We mentioned that Warilla have led for a long time in that fixture. It's about 10 or so minutes away from where we are here. That match being played at Guildford. It's now Maryland's 53, leading Warilla 48. And that's with 10 ends to go, so 53 ends completed there. Draw shot there from Paddy Smith. also has the deepest bowl on the green as well. Winnie League's just sneaking back into it on this rink. Just trying to build a bit of momentum here, keep the run going. There's narrow leads across all three rinks here for the Lions. See our rink scoreboards, bottom right-hand side of screen. Masterboard at the top, so it's the first time you've tuned into one of our fixtures. 7 points if you win that masterboard, top of screen, and 1 point for each of the three rink scoreboards. So maximum 10 points on offer every single match. Dave Ferns just sneaks past. Mount Lewis holding one. 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 just under a metre short with his first. Here's a better line. Just needs to hurry now. I'm not sure it's past that orange one. It's not going to be. Definitely the slower way of going. The way that players are going in this end. Cameron trying to hug a really tight line here. He's going to get the Shannon bowl all the way up. Not a great result there. This one not going to make it all the way down either. Well, it gets the other bowl of Shannon's this time. Not the best couple of bowls there from Cameron. Opportunity now for Winther to consolidate. They already hold a couple. It's not a great shape of head to play an aggressive shot to, so it won't be easy for Barry Lester to get out of this. 3 down now. Fair to say the forehand that the shot shapes up on hasn't been his favourite so far. Barry using quite a wide drawing set of bowls, the Aero Revolutions. Just been finding it hard to get on that line. Plays the line he thinks, it just seems to be holding out. We'll see if he can make the correction here. Lester on the forehand does his turn back. There's that spot there where it just kicks out a little. And get all the way back to Jack Eye. Might have done enough. Well, it's going to be close. The players come in to have a look. Well, indication from Winther was that bowl of Barry Lester's is the shot. Terrific draw shot. However, it is available here for Spur. You see him trying to sit this bowl out, and he gets it out. Wow, what a shot. Terrific draw from Leicester and a fantastic conversion from Spur to follow suit. Two high-class players with two high-class shots. Much the same to follow here for Barry Lester. Has to repeat his first bowl. Well, he's following it with intent. He's just underneath his first line. How's the weight? Does it get up all the way? Oh, just catches on the front and lifted that blue bowl of 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡, and it dropped back down onto Barry's bowl to push it even further away. So 2, possibly 3. Still to the Lions. Terrific effort there from Leicester. May have had just enough weight to count. Just being that couple of bowls tighter meant that he wrecked on the shot bowl. Didn't quite get past. Yeah, very safe line and weight there played from 𝗟𝗡. So it's at least 2, or is it 3? No. Quite get an indication there from the players whether that was 2 or 3. Barry just updating the rink scoreboard, so I'll get that confirmed for you in a moment. It is 12 shots on the board, so it was a 3. Big conversion there. Brett 𝗟𝗡, 1 down to 3 up. They go out 12-5 here on our show rink. 14-6 next door. Holborn leading Whittingham. Players just in front of our third rink at the moment. That's the latest score that we had. 8-5. Wise leading Lucas. They're coming to the end in the opposite direction at the moment. So hopefully we'll get that board updated in just a few bowls' time. Jeff Gallagher right to the top of the jack. Fantastic lead bowls. Definitely a green here at 𝗟𝗓𝗡 where the front ends can have a huge influence on the game. Not easy at times to get out of trouble. Paddy Smith disappointed with that second one. This goes off to the back of the rink to compose himself a little. I'll try and bounce back next end. Good effort there, 𝗟𝗓𝗓𝗡. Just passed right in that little scoring zone though. Another team going to a Pennant finals. Trevor Solomon's off to Belrose, Div 3 men's finals. Just a few weeks' time. Best of luck to your side, Trevor, when they compete in those finals. Does Dave get past the front? Not quite. I wonder Wenty. Fair to say Mount Lewis with the better position here at the moment. There's a couple of bowls just past Jack. Winter has all the confidence to try and draw up. Sit the bowl, touch the jack. Cameron Curtis trying to get another one into the area or just pass. Well, gets to the front of the jack first. Beautiful long step, smooth delivery from Winther. Just missed his line there with the second. Still good set up past the jack though for Mount Lewis. Wenty League's holding one. Cameron just trying to be a couple of bowls higher than his previous one, just outside the jack. Get to the bowl of 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗡𝗨𝗠. Well, he's close to this. Well, he's done enough probably to make a second one. And got past the jack himself. There's one rink now completed over at Guildford. Aaron Sheriff's Maryland side, 27. Over Willa player Aaron T's 14. Other two rinks still in operation there. Here's Maryland's though, 8 in front, 58 shots to 50. 6 ends only left, so Maryland's an outside chance of finals play. It was an absolute must-win for them this evening. At this stage, they're just doing enough. 58-50, 6 ends to go in front of the Gorillas. See Spur miss with his first, and Barry going to cover a bit of danger here to the side of the green. A fraction deeper than what he would have liked. Brett Spur, does he make the correction? Not going to be on this occasion. Well, is it? Snuck up for second shot. Barry's trying to perfect weight draw. Those wider bias bowls just going underneath, super weight. So it's 1 to the Magpies. We're going to get together and have a quick chat about Matt and Jack position here. Rounds 10 and 11 this weekend. If you're just joining the coverage this Saturday evening, it's a Mount Lewis home game, which has been transferred by agreements of both clubs over to 𝗟𝗓𝗡. The use of the undercover facility here this evening to ensure this game went ahead. Game's already completed. 10-0 wins for both Raymond Terrace and St John's Park. It was the Jets 79 defeating the Belrose Bulls 38. In a much tighter affair, St John's Park 62. The Saints prevailing over the 𝗟𝗨𝗡 Koalas on 52. Both 10-0 wins away from home. Raymond Terrace and St John's. Let's push them right up the ladder. Terrace now sit on top with a few games still to be completed in round 10. And the Saints up to third place. Big win for the Saints. That guarantees them a finals berth. There's a slim chance they could miss out leading into this weekend. But they have now secured that place in the finals 2 weeks' time down at 𝗟𝗡𝗡. And pending the results over the next 24 hours, St John's Park now with the potential to finish in the top 3, which will guarantee you a second chance. Going to the major semi-final. So all fixtures in round number 11 tomorrow. All 6 matches will commence at 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And make your adjustment if you're in other parts of Australia or around the world. The game we'll be featuring is at St John's Park. They take on the East Maitland Griffins. Other fixtures in round 11, Raymond Terrace Jets taking on the Mount Lewis Lions. Tarrant Point, 8 play host to 𝗟𝗡𝗡 in round number 11. Belrose Bulls and Carlo Koalas, well, a lot of pride on the line there. Opportunity for Carlin to get off the bottom of the ladder and overtake the Bulls in that fixture. The Wenty Leagues, they're back home tomorrow morning as they take on the Engadine Cougars. And Marylands, as we mentioned, they look like potentially getting a win here this evening. They've got a home game tomorrow against the high-flying Cabra Bull Ants. Very tough fixtures for Marylands to finish, but they in the box seat to get the job done. The first part of that double-header assignment against the Gorillas. They could back that up with a win over the Cabra Bull Ants. Try and sneak into that top 5. Went into this weekend, Maryland's in 8th place. 9 points out of the finals. So they'll look to get the job done there first, and they'll probably tune into this game. I'll be hoping for a Wenty Leagues bounce back. See some good draw shots there. 𝗟𝗓𝗡 first off, followed by Benny Winther. So it's the Lions with a couple here. Cameron, just as he was a few ends ago, just on the tighter side down here. He does have his own bowls this time to bring up. Ben Winther just needs to sneak past that orange to get into the count. Well, done enough. High fives from the guys. Fight back on there, Matty Lucas rink. They've got their way back in front. You see on the scoreboard there, 12 ends played. 10-9. That's on the back. Change of length. Matt back, Jack up the green. Lucas now leading wise, 10-9. However, at Scotty Tholborn's rink, it's very close early on. He now leads 16-6 over Trent Whittingham. This extra shot to go on there for Trent. 16-7 now on that rink. And the Wenty Leagues boys gathered centre green. There'll be a change of plan for them as well, and it is the mat almost up at minimum length. Barry got his team out of trouble here a few ends ago. Not sure it's going all the way here. That's going to pull up in front, right on line. I think he knew it straight out of the hand. You saw the grimace from Leicester. And that counts. That's going to cut off some angles, I think, for Leicester. Yeah, you can see the call there from Cameron. Really good positive call. Gave him the licence to play a few yards away. It's a great angle there. You just saw there's a gap between those bowls at the front. Direct access to the jack is available. Yeah, he's a few metres away from Barry. Does he get right to the jack? Doesn't want to hold off now. Well, he gets it. Kicks out to the side of the rink, and we will be replaying. And number 13, players have decided to go back and play in the same direction. Huge shot there from Leicester once again. 4 down. Gets the jack off the rink. Well, things still very, very close down at Guildford. Maryland's now 58 shots to 55 in front of 𝗟𝗡𝗪𝗓. There's 4 ends left to play in that match. There's 1 end still to go. Sean Thompson up against Jeremy Henry. The other ink still out on the green. Nathan Rice taking on Gary Kelly. Mentioned earlier, Aaron Sheriff, 27-14 winner over Aaron Tees. I'll keep you updated there. And very, very close finish down to the wire. Magic season in the balance. They need to win that match. See Gallagher on screen. Pretty good opener. Just half a metre from the jack. .33 ends played, the fixture between Tarrant Point and East Maitland. So Tarrant Point maintaining a handy lead, 38 shots to 20. They get off to a great start early on. They're maintaining things at the moment. Much like the Marylands Magic, that game for East Maitland. They must win. Especially if Mount Lewis get over the line here. They can't afford a slip up, so they need a huge second half against the Point. Keep their finals hopes alive. Dave Hearns, 1 in, 1 out, just sits the bowl, drops down. And the match just up from us, only about 50 metres from where we sit watching on here. It's Cabramatta taking on Engadine. They've played 41 ends to date. Good shot there from Thor. 41 ends played in that match, and it's currently Engadine 35-33. So Engadine just taking the lead for the first time over the Bull Ants. Things very close on all 3 rinks there at the moment. No more than 3 shots separating any of those rinks. Things starting to shape up on the table. Plenty of permutations going on around our venues as Thor Shannon drops in for shot. It makes a couple. High fives are plenty. Just look at this touch, just falls down and lands in front of the red and black. That little flick off the orange, just enough to get the bowl to flop down. 58 apiece now, Maryland's 𝗟𝗡𝗩. 58 all. 3 ends to go there. A couple of big scores. Jeremy Henry and Gary Kelly. I'll keep you updated as that match come to its conclusion in the next 20 minutes or so. Good weight there, Cameron. Just missing the line. Bit of a story of the game, especially coming back in this direction. Guys, you're struggling to find when they're just trying to be overweight, just struggling to find perfect lines. So that's good. Draw line weight. So again, just going on the high side this time, so made the correction just a little bit too much with that additional weight. Hey Benny, nice and delicate here to the jack. Oh, just bends underneath. Super effort. Not for the first time tonight. Barry faces a couple against him as he goes down to the mat. Like he's shaping up on his backhand. Same side of the rink that Curtis played just a moment ago. As always, really nice release at the bowl. There's Lester. Quite get it all the way. A little feather off the front, almost brought it up. Brett Spur opportunity here to touch this jack. Small movement to the Paddy Smith bowl. Brings in quite a few for the Lions. He's also just short. Cameron just putting the foot down as to the weight he'd like to see Barry play. And then after Barry lets the bowl go, Cam will move away so we can get full view of the bowl coming in. Oh, does he hold long enough, Barry? He catches the Winther bowl, and probably the worst case scenario almost brings that into the count. Quite an indication of the number of shots, but I think it is a few here to Mount Lewis. Well, Brett Spur, super weight. Just going to be out of the count, so the guy's just having a look for us. And 2, I think it was, there to Mount Lewis. See there, Nathan Wise has gone back in front on that far rink, 11 shots to 10. He leads now after 13 ends against Matt Lucas. So I'll update that for you in just a moment. Paddy Smith Must be a bit more confident coming this direction. Stretch things out here. It's about 3 metres from maximum. Jack 2 metres from the tee. At about a metre away. Those bowls always get well supported from your skipper. Sneaking in just past. Scotty Tholburn, a couple extra shots on his rink as well. 18-7, you see there now on screen. So 20 shots the gap for Mount Lewis. Pretty commanding gap at the moment. Leading on all 3 rinks, so every rink point will be crucial. Scores were to finish as they are now, that would be a 10-0 win to the Lions. Good starter there from Thorpe. All players just reaching so far, just arriving past the jack. You've been with us all game. You may have heard me mention it a couple of times now. Just with a breeze at their backs. Not much of a breeze at the moment, but it is just enough to have an effect. Nice weight. Thor's had some bowls pull all the way back here. Little collection there for the Lions. You be careful here, Wenty. Pretty good first one there from 𝗣𝗟𝗩𝗘. Just going to turn late here. Doesn't want to cut that jack now. Oh, he's missed it. There's a further rink completed now down at Guildford. It's Jeremy Henry sneaking over the line, 20 shots to 18 over Sean Thompson. So that leaves Maryland's 1 shot behind now. Rilla taking the lead. 2 ends left to go in that match. Nathan Rice taking on Gary Kelly. The only rink left to play. 1 rink each at the moment. 1 rink still going. There's Winther just underweight with this one. Force his opposition onto the other side of the green. Lay the orange bowl down, just underneath it will be enough. A pretty good line. That's it, turns the bowl down. Good shot there, Cam Curtis. We mentioned this pack of bowls the Lions had this side of the green, those red and blue. Winther now looking to try and bring those into play. Well, trots after it early on. Oh, just going to get the wrong part of that bowl to get to the jack, so it will still be Wenty holding. Cam Curtis right inside the orange now. What he wants. He fell off the seam. So 2 really good draw shots. Cameron Curtis. We mentioned earlier, former Commonwealth Games gold medalist. And many, many years in the Australian squad. Then went on to be the national coach. really involved in high performance. Does a fantastic job in his administrator role over at Wenty Leagues. Brett just caught on that narrower side. Had the weight for the trail. Looks like Barry's going to try and cover that. Barry, the opposite side of the green to what Cameron played. He's trying to finish on the wider side of the centre line, right-hand side as this bowl comes down. Well, this is going to end up pretty handy. Well, another half a metre was perfect. Just outside again, so Barry choosing to stay the same side of the green, bit safer there. Mention these wider bias bowls. Pretty good weight, just on the safer side of things. So it's a couple there to the Magpies. They narrow things up on our feature rink, 14 shots to 8. That scoreboard updated there for the Spur team as well. It's just not quite updated our end. There we are, all fixed up. Scotty Tholburn, one more to go on to his score as well. He now leads 19 shots to 7 after 16 ends. Things all square on our far rink, 11 apiece. Nathan Wise led that early. Matty Lucas fighting back. Wow, Jeff Gallagher right on top. What an opener. Played a few of those. And things are developing quickly down the road. Can now let you know, anyone watching for Maryland's and Warilla results, there's now 62 ends completed. That score, Maryland's 59, Warilla 59. So one end to go and they're all square. Nathan Rice-Rink up against Gary Kelly. Nathan winning the previous end, so Gary last bowl there. As soon as that score has been updated by our players, we'll let you know. 62 ends played over there. Just a reminder, if you're tuning in, this is our traditional Pennant format in New South Wales. Each rink plays 21 ends. So that totals to 63 ends on the masterboard. 1 point for each rink, 7 points for that masterboard score. So 10 points up for grabs every single match. Pretty good effort there from Thor. Big finish needed here from Dave Hearns. Thor Shannon played very well. Just got the better of Dave in this battle at the 2 position. Waite was pretty close with his first. Just needs to run all the way up here. Played it pretty well. Just misses that bowl well. Even turns it in front of the jack. See this one from Dave. Just a flick on that bowl. I'll have to drop that down right in front of the jack. thought. Just playing that nice aggressive weight. Just missing though on the wider side. Cameron's not quite in the count, but does get just past the jack. See Wenty holding a couple. Mount Lewis with a few bowls in behind. There's Winther. Well, he might just find that gap. There's another one in that collection at the back. Nice release there from Cameron. Certainly on a better line from his first. How's his weight? Crosses up to centre rink. Not quite enough. Benny, he's not going to find that gap again, is he? Well, it's almost an identical replay. That was live, I promise you. This is the replay now. Well, he found that exact same gap. He hits shot bowl on the jack. They've got a huge number at the back. You can see all of those yellow stickered bowls at the back of the green. Look at them all there. Like a slips cordon for cricket. There's 4 slips in a gully there ready to catch. So Leicester first up. At this stage of the big board, he's just going for the win. We do have a final score registered now down at Guildford, so I'll get you that in a moment. You see Spur does get one of the shots out. Leicester position his bowl pretty well in that pack. Two bowls to go here in number 15. Barry wanting this one to count. Just needs to pull up now in front of all these bowls. Drop down. Well, that's enough. So at least 2 there for the Magpies. Really need to hold these. Masterboard score there, you see. 19 behind, 18 ends to go. Spur had to correct the line. They've just overdone things a little here. So that one will whip away. It's a couple to the Magpies. So that final score from Guildford was an absolute nail-biting finish. Willa led for the first 2/3 of the game, as many as 15 in front. Marylands with a huge fight back. Led 58-50 with a few ends to go, but it was the Warilla Gorillas who have overcome the Magic. 60 shots to 59. Fantastic conclusion to that game. No doubt that had the crowd enthralled down there at Guildford. Unfortunately for Marylands, it's going to make things very hard for them to qualify for the finals. Maryland's relying now on Mount Lewis going down in this fixture. They sit 8 points behind Mount Lewis currently. And as you can see, Mount Lewis with a commanding lead at the moment. So the Marylands Magic have turned into the Wenty League's cheer squad for the back end of this game. Good starter there, Paddy Smith. He's played it well again. He drops in, well played. Wenty guys won't be too disappointed with Jeff's bowls either. Just fitting in behind. So on the adjoining green here, it's Cabramatta now 41-39 leaders over Engadine. The lead bouncing back and forth in that match as well. That's 48 ends played. 2 rinks currently all square. But a narrow 2-shot lead for Nick Cale over Cohen Litfin. Just keeping the Bull Ants in front. Nice turn back on this hand. Set up a bit of a target though for Hearns to play to. Just not quite converting with the weight there. They needed another metre or so, really. Give himself the best chance. So Thor with an opportunity with a toucher to hide this right away. That's where his first one turned from. Does he get to the jack and cover it up? Well, he does. Great shot, Thor Shannon. That's a highlight. Right to the bowl. Curtis underway with a firm weighted shot. Well, he's found the gap. It's 4 to the Lions. No doubt we'll see them running for cover here at the moment. See the call there from Winther. We can turn our own to narrow down the target. So Winther, what contact does he make here? Well, squeezes in. That is all 5. And I think the 1 wood will be coming out here. This is going to be nice and quick. There it is from Curtis, full speed. Well, just gets the 1 counter out, so it is still 4. To Mount Lewis. Just a bit wider from Ben. Our other game still in action. It's Tara Point 43, leading East Maitland 27. 40 ends played down there. That match being transferred to Warilla. With the weather forecast here in Sydney. East Maitland needing to win that match. They're in a very similar position to Marylands, points-wise at the moment. Well, firm here, Leicester. What does he get? Well, clears one out. So they're just getting him one by one at the moment. Still three. 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘, well, wants to draw another. Will hope to not create that target. Well, that's pretty good. So, blue bowl the target, I think, here for Leicester. Blue bowl to Jack. Nice and firm. Well, it's not quite perfect control. Out of the hand with that one from Barry. So, defining moment. Wenty just building a bit of momentum here on this rink. We have 4 shots at the moment to the Lions. And to really extend this lead back out. Masterboard back to 15 shots. That is about to change. 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 just pulls up out of the count, but it is 4 to the Lions. So just good bowls right from the front there. Paddy Smith set it up. That cracking touch-up from 𝗣𝗟𝗓𝗓. Unfortunately for the Magpies, they just missed on all those running bowls. $49.30 now. Just wonder whether that might be the end of the fight back. Gallagher playing some really good bowls coming down in this direction. Definitely the game of two halves. Back in this way, Gallagher on top, but certainly the other way, it's Paddy Smith with the advantage. 𝗣𝗟𝗓𝗓 just about done enough here. There's still one to Wenty. A big cheer across the green for Nathan Wise. Quite a few over there. So this lead getting bigger for Mount Lewis. So He's really shaping towards the top 5 at the moment. Tough for Merrylands to make it from here. They need this huge comeback to occur. Oh, Thor, very unlucky. Just laid his own down and came past. Without that touch, he was doing enough. Ten ends to go. Up on the other green, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡 4 in front of Engadine. So, 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗡𝗡 with a win. Go back to the top of the ladder. Engadine, in all likelihood, that is a must-win match for them there at the moment here at Cabra, with Mount Lewis looking extremely likely to record a win. Engadine must also win to keep themselves in with a chance of finals. Good chat between the players. Does he get it right? Well, he does. Pushes through the front, runs on. Makes the shot. Great communication between the two guys. Winter and Spur played a lot of bowls together. To most players, it would have looked a better shot on the forehand. But the guys saying that they've played that side of the rink so many times and played it well that they were happy to go down and try and convert on that hand. On the weight, so Cameron will go again. Do have second and thirds, trying to move that shot bowl out of the way. Finds the gap. Spur just getting Winter's bowl past the counting zone. So still one to the Lions. However, second and third still with the Magpies. Barry Lester trying to remove this shot bowl. Well, unfortunately for him, he's got both of his own nearest. The only result they didn't want. Just underneath perfect line and flicks one to the other. So Mount Lewis now Holding 3. This will make it 4. Where does he sit now? He wants to flop in front. Well, it's a little unfortunate. I think it needs to be all out attack here from Leicester. It's at that stage now. He didn't stroke the 2 forehand drives very well in the opposite direction. Does he get this one away better? He gets one out, so I think it's still 3 to the Lions. And it is 3 shots, so back-to-back multiples. They go 4 and then 3. They've jumped very quickly from 14-10 out to 21-10. So folks, just been given an update about one of tomorrow's matches, which is our streaming fixture. Home club St John's Park have worked with the team from East Maitland to move that fixture tomorrow. Both clubs wanting to play to progress themselves up the ladder. Forecast at St John's Park, less than ideal for tomorrow morning, so we'll be on air tomorrow now at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and that will be at 𝗟𝗡𝗩𝗘 Bowls and Recreation Club for that fixture. So big thanks to both those clubs in moving that match to ensure that we got it played. And we hope to bring you some great coverage there tomorrow. St John's still a big chance of a top 3 finish. Currently 4th on the ladder. So those matches in round 10 already completed earlier on this afternoon and this evening. Raymond Terrace 79 defeated Belrose 38. That was a 10-0 result. St John's Park 62 defeated Carlingford 52. Also a 10-0 win for the Saints. It was the 𝗟𝗡𝗡 Gorillas 60 defeating Maryland's Magic 59. One of the closest matches we've had all season. That was a 9-1 victory in the end there for the Gorillas. And we're not far away from a conclusion in all our other 3 matches. Match on screen. Looking like Mount Lewis going to get the points here. They were 5th coming into this round. 3 points in front of Engadine and 7.5 points in front of East Maitland. So those matches that Engadine and East Maitland are currently in, they're going to need to try and match it with the Lions in points. This is a big one for Mount Lewis. They've got a tough bus trip tomorrow. They're heading north to play top of the table Raymond Terrace Jets at the hangar. They've only lost once there all season. Only lost once there in the whole previous 8 or 10 seasons up there at the hangar. They are an awfully hard team to beat. So this is a big result for the Lions as it stands at the moment. With Nathan Wise just picking up another shot on his rink. And Nathan now 16-12 in front of Matty Lucas. Once again, the guys just... Mount Lewis getting the better in this direction. Couple of shots to Mount Lewis. Cameron with an opportunity though. It's not been the favoured hand of the Wenty guys. You see him just wave the hand across, begging for some turn. Won't quite be enough. Look at that weight. Almost perfect weight from Cameron. Just outside the line, though. Slightly different line here from Winther. Does draw it, though. Perfect weight. 3 to the Lions. There's a couple of bowls in the collection area, though, for Cameron to play to. If he can find the jack. Well, he's certainly inside his first line. What result does he get? Anything but the gap for the Magpies. Well, unfortunate result. Probably got it back to 2. Got a third catcher down in the back corner. He just tipped that bowl of 𝗣𝗟𝗡𝗏𝗡's down and back up again. So for Spur, the scoreboard the way it is, just looking to protect bottom right of screen. Well, that gets to an area there. Barry with 3 or 4 bowls though. Just trying to trail the jack 1 metre. Get it just to the right of the orange bowl would be perfect. Does his bowl bend back there? Well, they've just been caught with that line. Giving himself a chance though, his own bowl dropping down. Has probably created an angle where he can get the result off his own bowl as well now. You know, he gets to the jack directly or works off his own bowl. Well, Brett just going to fade underneath that pack of bowls. So Barry and Lester, similar weight, jack clean, which is the inside half of your own bowl. Awfully close here, Barry. Well, that is so unlucky. Perfect weight, finds the gap. It's becoming one of those nights. That's a third straight multiple for the Lions. They've gone 4-3-2. Magpies are on a bit of a run. Got it back to 14-10. Finds the gap. That angle just doesn't do it justice. He played it so well. Here it is. Touch of his own. All the jack was all that he needed. Great work from our operators. You see in the background. Any vantage point will do. Nice and chilly here this evening. They're all rugged up at the back. And I see Brandon in the production desk and I maybe we're the fools. We're here in shorts. Paddy Smith, for the first time in quite a few ends, gets the better of the first bowls coming in this direction. Well, that's A grade leading, Paddy Smith. If you're new to the sport, want to know how to play lead bowls, you've just seen a perfect example of it right there. Oh, big effort from Jeff. Still a couple down, but gets the position bowl just in behind. So plenty of noise as the locals are cheering on the 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗏 just a few metres away from us. Oh, Thor, another cracking bowl. Well, Dave Hearn's got his driving licence out here. Just getting underneath. Yeah, on the adjoining green, Cabra now 2 shots in front of Engadine. 8 ends to play there. I mentioned must win for Engadine, with Mount Lewis almost certainly over the line here. The way the rink boards are shaping up, they're almost guaranteed 9 points. Big chance of the 10th as well. Now look at those 4 opening bowls. Cannot ask for any more than that. Look at that target. It's only a bowl and a half wide. 4 shots. All bowls within 25 centimetres of the jack. And we're nice and firm here. Dave Hearn's, much the same as his first. They're piling in. There's a huge cheer away from us. Aaron Wilson, huge high fives. We'll wait for that scoreboard to be updated through Bowls Link and let you know what's happened up there. There's a massive Wilson cheer. As Benny Winther goes back to the mat. What a spot to be in. Really turning the screws here, the Lions. No real angles to work with at the front. 4 bowls within 25 centimetres. So for Benny Winther, he's hoping not to build up any extra target, and he hasn't really with that. Heard the call there from Barry. Back yourself to hit it. Backhand drive, Cameron Curtis. Nice stroke. He's close to something here. What's he get? Well, 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗚𝗓's bowls off. Back to 2. Well, when it's your night, it's your night, and things like that happen. Ben Winther not far away. They got the perfect angle off his first one. Snuck up for a count. Same bowl from Cameron will be enough. Bit of banter with one of the crowd members there. Cameron just outside with this one, so 3 shots on the crossover to the Lions. The other game is still in action. Taren Point home match transferred down to Warilla. Taren Point well in front of East Maitland. There's 17 ends to go. The gap there, 21 shots. Taren Point in the lead. Currently leading on all 3 rinks. Michael Abel's rinks fought back pretty well against Ray Pearce. From 21 to 1 behind. They've got that back to 22-11. Well, this is some display of centreline draw bowls. Right up the spine of the rink. This is approaching a perfect end for Mount Lewis. Barry, all he has left, full-blooded drive. He switched to the backhand. Must have been feeling it on the forehand. Well, he makes shot. front bowl. Just the smallest flick. We'll show you that one again. Nice and firm here from 𝗟𝗟𝗡. You can see the bowl firing down the green. It'll just flick the very top bowl of Winther's. And with all of that weight, the jack moved no more than 20 centimetres. Perfect angle there. Cameron has to dodge the bowl at the back. Nice and aggressive from 𝗟𝗡𝗡. No jack is the plan, and he gets it clean. Well, we mentioned the perfect end for Mount Lewis. There was fantastic draw shots from the first man to last, and the only moment they were down, 𝗟𝗡𝗡 plays the conversion. Just a draw shot after that full-blooded drive for Leicester. Well, it's a pretty good attempt. Once again, just not quite enough. The fourth straight multiple here on rink number 13. 4-3, 2-2. 𝗟𝗡𝗡's rink fires away again. Mentioned that. Big cheer for Aaron Wilson on our next door green. Was Aaron scoring a single shot on that previous end? He leads Mason Lewis 20 shots to 12, entering end number 21. The other two matches can't be split. Nick Carl and Cohen Lifton 17 apiece with 2 ends to go. And on the very next rink, Carl Healy and Wayne Rudiger 15 apiece with 3 ends to play. So 6 ends left up on that green. 4 shots the advantage now for 𝗟𝗓𝗪𝗓. Coming out a bit quick on that occasion for Gallagher. Just never know though, may come into play in a few bowls time. Well thought. Does he get to the jack? Look at this. This has been relentless over the past few ends. We mentioned this rink, 7 wins out of 9 games. The way they've been playing, it's hard to imagine that they've lost 2 games. This has been perfection. The last 5 ends of this game. Pretty good effort there from Dave Hearns, but not quite enough for shot with his first. Getting towards the end of our coverage. 1 rink has now finished. We'll get that board updated as Hearns brings his teammate's bowl up a little closer. You see that rink finishing next door. Scott Tholborn defeating Trent Whittingham. We didn't get a final score. I think it may have been a further 3 to the Lions. We'll have that confirmed for you in a moment. just under with that one. Good shot here for Cameron down on his forehand. Their own bowl coming up. Saw a bit of an indication there from Barry Lester of where he wants to be, and it was 3 on that neighbouring rink to Scotty T. So Cameron, just all about the right connection here. Well, touch on all 3 bowls, probably makes 3. It's the calls of people who've played a lot of bowls together. Nice and clear to each other. Well, doesn't want to get too many of his own here. Well, and he has, just missing on that wide side, so 3 to the Magpies. As we see a dead end on the far rink, Matty Lucas cleans up the jack over there. Trying to get that rink win, no doubt. Get something out of tonight's fixture. It's not going to be in a great spot visually for Spur. So he wants to play what will be his backhand side. Certainly the way he was looking over the top of his left shoulder there. He might be going underneath that bowler. He's going to play that hand now. Yep, there it is, nice and firm. Oh, he's going to catch that bowler Cameron's and halve it off the front. So still 3 there. Well, depending on his weight here, Barry may be able to count, well, not quite. Hope you heard that chat there. Guys talking about just being conscious of getting their own 2 nearest bowls out, giving Barry plenty of room to add a 5th. So going down on the draw here. And look at this, Brett Spur. Well, wide drive when you can play draw shots like that. That's why he backed himself, folks. Stunning draw shot. Knew he could draw close. Didn't want to rip his own 2 bowls out on the draw. Doesn't touch a thing. Drops down. Right back to the jack. Perfect shot, Brett Spur. Well, and Barry Lester unable to follow, so Brett Spur, what a shot. Keeps the scoreboard moving for the Lions. So they extend this lead. 5 straight ends now. 2 ends left to play on both the remaining rinks still out there. Mentioned that dead end a little while ago. Matty Lucas, so they're still fighting for that point there. Scotty T already registering a point for the Lions with his rink win, 25-10 there over Trent Whittingham. Tarrant Point still holding the advantage. 13 ends to play. 19 shots the difference. 1 rink already completed. It was a 23-14 win Ray Pearce over 𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗡. So the maximum East Maitland can get out of that fixture at the moment now is 9 points. And even that's going to be an enormous ask. They will get a look at those rinks, though, down at 𝗟𝗡𝗏 as we head back there tomorrow. Just a reminder, St John's Park playing East Maitland. We were due to be at St John's Park, but both clubs have agreed to transfer that fixture to 𝗟𝗏 to ensure it gets played with a unfavourable weather conditions forecast here in Sydney for tomorrow. Just the wrong side of the jack there for 𝗟𝗏𝗡. Just tucks it behind the Wenty bowl of Jeff Gallagher. Cabra look like just doing enough next door as well. They're now 7 shots in front with 3 ends to go. Aaron Wilson, 16-13 victor over Mason Lewis. Nick Cale's won the last couple of ends to now go 19-17 in front against Cohen Litfin on the last end there. 2 ends to go in the Healy-Rudiger match. Carl Healy has also won the previous 2 ends. He now leads 17 shots to 15. Good shot there from Dave Hearns. Really good weighted bowl. Even if it doesn't count, just got himself into the perfect position. Well, Benny Winthart trying to get work underneath Paddy's bowl. Just halves it away. So just give the opportunity now to Cameron and Curtis on the mat, just trying to get a little touch. Bowl first will be the best result now. There it is, great shot. That's the form of the 1994 Com Games gold medalist, and I think his teammates just reminded him. Cause that was like you're in your prime. Benny Winthart straight away, first bowl. Plays a bit of ricochet. Oh, pinball wizard straight across to that bowl of Paddy Smith. Jack was almost certainly going out of bounds. Lands directly on the bowl for Mount Lewis as they hold at least one. Guy's just trying to run the jack into the ditch now. The blue bowl at the back of the rink was a toucher for the Lions. It's gone in almost the opposite corner to where the jack is. Mostly behind where Brett Spur's now standing. But watch this jack ricochet across, almost certainly going out of bounds and lands directly on the Paddy Smith bowl. Well, no doubt about it, they've been the better side. Generally when you're playing better, you get the better luck as well. Things go your way. Barry, can he get hold of this jack? Well, he kicks it out, just misses the toucher, and it's gone out of bounds. So we'll go again with end number 20. Been in the sectional phase of this competition. We are required to play all of the 63 ends. Even if one side can't be caught, we play right through to a conclusion. Just never know whether rink points, shot difference, it all could determine finishing positions on our ladder in that top 5. $50,000 prize money up for grabs in this Platinum Pennant competition. The first 5,000 of that will be given away tomorrow afternoon with our minor premiers taking home a $5,000 cheque to start things off. Another $45,000 up for grabs on finals weekend, including a fantastic cheque of $25,000 to our overall winners. Got the nod of approval from Brandon, so he might be getting the bowls out and trying to get into one of these teams for next year. Paddy just overcorrecting there. When they've been hot, they've been red hot, the Lions. A little touch here to hide it away. Well, good shot, Gallagher. That's a further shot for 𝗟𝗓𝗡 just across from us. Carl Healy's rink scoring again. Just 2 ends left to play now. 𝗟𝗓𝗡 8 shots in front, and that's leading or already winning in the case of Aaron Wilson's rink across all 3 rinks. So any masterboard victory will get them in front. As David Hearns draws right alongside. Well, change of plan here. Thor given the opportunity to play with a bit of weight. Try and disturb the head. He's going inside out on the mat. Does he get to the jack? Well, Thor Shannon spits it. And once again, Paddy Smith. Well, we're going to check those bowls for magnets later on. That jack just connected straight to that red bowl once again. Look at that. Touches the white bowl first. Where's that jack going? Straight to Mount Lewis. We said it was their home game. They've played like they know this rink back of their hand. One to the Lions. Not easy for either side to get in there at the moment. Jack moving back 2 or 3 metres. Plenty of bowls obstructing the path on either side. Benny Winther, just past the orange would be ideal. Well, snooker shots are coming out. You saw the finger pointing there from Leicester. Trying to come off this bowl 4 or 5 feet off the centre line. Just misses it. Angle's certainly there. Probably as much chance of getting that as anything else. Very tricky to gain direct access to the jack. There's a great angle of it. You can't even see the jack from where the guys are going to line up on the mat there. Matty Lucas scatters some bowls across on the far rink once again. They're playing in number 21, Nathan Wise 16-14. Matt Lucas has 1 bowl to go. He's down match at the moment. So Matt Lucas going quick. Does he make connection? Well, the jack's out the side again. So they'll play in 21. Oh, the Terminator over the top. We've gone end over end. Barry Lester pulling out all the party tricks tonight. Just didn't quite get the hop, skip and a jump to land on the jack. Well, he got the line right last time. Will he go again? Oh, gone the conventional, going for this wing bowl edge. Well, not quite. So Paddy Smith holds on to that jack at the back again. They extend this run of ends. Well, might see it in behind Barry here. Hop, skip and a jump. Well, I didn't see that initially, but the bowl's gone and hit the concrete. Checking a couple of chips in that bowl. So if the franchise owners of the Melbourne Pulse are online, get a new set of bowls ordered for Barry. BPL a few months away, so they've got a bit of time in production to get those ready. Barry just having a joke with some chips out of that first one that he didn't want to play that shot again. Needs 3 bowls for the BPL. Didn't want to damage another one, be caught short. Good to see the guys having a bit of fun. Never easy when the result's going against you. The Wenty guys seem to be in pretty good spirits. Not the result, obviously, they wanted coming into the night. And here it is. Here's the replay. Bounce over the front bowl. Landed about 5 feet past the jack. Barry got it right in line. Just got to work on his weight control to get the jump at the right time. As he smiles across at us in commentary. Things still not quite completed with 𝗟𝗓𝗓 and Engadine, so potentially some dead ends going on there. There's a couple of rinks play there last end. And the latest score still 𝗟𝗓𝗓 8 in front with 2 ends to play. So a win for them gets them back on top of the table. 𝗟𝗓𝗓 has been very red hot tonight, played well this whole rink. He's played that really nice weight there. Onto the jack or just arriving. There's that one, goes past from Dave. The guys have just adapted to this green better than the opposition. Probably showing why they're in the top 5. Wenty League's down in 10th at the moment. As the guys play here in number 21, just a reminder about the 11th and final round of matches taking place across the greens tomorrow. Raymond Terrace will play host to Mount Lewis. Both sides will be in the top 5 at the conclusion of tonight, but will they remain there? All to play for tomorrow. Raymond Terrace trying to consolidate a top 3 finish. Mount Lewis trying to ensure themselves in the 5. Depending on what happens up on that other green with Engadine, they may do enough already tonight. Tarrant Point, they will host the 𝗟𝗟𝗡𝗓. Be Belrose taking on Carlingford, 11th playing 12th. No side wants to finish bottom, so those teams will be out for blood tomorrow. Wenty Leagues trying to get the bounce back against Engadine. Cameron gets the run on. Well, does he stay up? He does. Do enough, yes. Wenty Leagues hosting Engadine tomorrow. Maryland's Magic, they look to bounce back from a shattering one-shot loss this evening as they take on 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗠. All those matches taking place 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time and will be on air from 11 a.m. That match has been transferred away from Sydney, so both teams just giving themselves a little bit of extra time to get to the venue at Werrilla. So it'll be 11 a.m. St John's Park taking on East Maitland. So a few bowls to go. Looks like Wenty holding shot. Things are progressing on the other green alongside us. It is 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓 securing the victory over Engadine. 2 rinks now completed and the margin unassailable. So they're 11 in front playing the last end up there. So 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗓 will be back on top of our platinum ladder. Barry and Brett just missing line and weight with their first. It's not going to make the access any easier. Benny saying the shot's still available there. Just needs to hold on. Not sure he's pushed it wide enough. It's a Wenty bowl coming forward. Well, does Barry try and sit this bowl through? So this will be the last bowl of this match. We'll try and hang in for another 30 seconds or so. There's a couple of bowls just going on the far rink. We won't move cameras around. But we'll try and hang on for the last little bit. We might be able to tilt the cameras across. So Barry doesn't count. We'll just see what the guys have landed on here. We thought originally it was 1 to the Magpies. It's Matty Lucas playing on the far rink, just pulling up short. So we can get one last score update between Tarrant Point and East Maitland. It's now 22 shots the difference there. 9 ends to play. Tarrant Point 22 in front, 9 ends to play. with the discussion on the far rink. I'm going to assume that it's 2 shots currently in the head there to Wenty Leagues. The guys just discussing whether a draw is a good enough result. So Nathan Wise has 1 bowl left to play. He's going to hang in for a little bit of extra coverage here. I believe it was 1 shot to Wenty on our feature rink. I believe this match finished 25-11. Well, leaderboard's being reviewed at the moment. Mount Lewis don't yet know it, but they are going to be well entrenched inside the top 5. Just trying to make sure they secure every single point. So Nathan Wise. He's going nice and quick here. It was 1 on our feature rink, so it was 25-11. And that Nathan Wise drive miss, so I believe that was 2 shots to the Matty Lucas rink, so they'll finish 16 apiece over there. So our final score, Mount Lewis 66 have defeated Wenty Leagues 37 with that single shot to Barry Lester on the final end. We'll give you a quick look, or an update at least, of our ladder. So heading into round number 11 tomorrow, it will be the 𝗟𝗓𝗡𝗨𝗠, 86.5 points on top. Second place, Raymond Terrace, 78.5. 8-point gap, so minor premiership still well and truly up for grabs. Just out of the run for the minor premiership are the Warilla Gorillas. They sit in third on 76. So they will be 10.5 points behind first place. So they won't be catching the team right on top. In fourth place, St John's Park now with 69.5 points. The Mount Lewis score is in. They are on 59 and have all but guaranteed themselves a place at the finals. We know Engadine can't catch them. They are coming to an end of valiant campaign. They're going to finish on 46.5 after tonight. East Maitland, unless there is a miraculous comeback down the road at Warilla, they're going to go down and finish on 42. Maryland's 41.5. Tarrant Point are going to shoot up to 40. Wenty Leagues 23.5. Belrose 21 and Carlingford 16. So our top 5 sides are secure for the finals. However, there's plenty to play out tomorrow in terms of ladder positions and the $5,000 minor premier check, the all-important top 3 finish to get that second chance, and then the finishing order to decide who will play who. Round 11, Raymond Terrace versus Mount Lewis, Tarrant Point taking on Warilla, Belrose playing Carlingford, Wenty Leagues to play Engadine, Marylands to take on Cabra, and you see on screen there tomorrow morning, St John's Park hosting East Maitland. That game has changed slightly from the graphic that appears there. We will be on air at 11 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time tomorrow at Warilla. We look forward to joining you then. Thanks very much for joining us tonight. We're back tomorrow morning, round 11 of the Bowls New South Wales Platinum Pennant.